Hey there, Aletheia Church. This is Pastor Daniel. I hope this video finds you doing well, and I hope it finds your group ready to engage in discussion and in God's Word this evening. This previous week's sermon was from Acts chapter 9, verses 1 through 9, and the title of the sermon was The Most Unlikely One. We began by discussing what might be some obstacles to the one that we're trying to reach in this season of our lives. If you remember, I told you about a man that I've been sharing with from Saudi Arabia. From there, we turned to the most unlikely one, Saul of Tarsus. We told you that he was a Hellenistic Jew, he was a Roman by birth, he was Greek educated, he was a Pharisee of Pharisees, having been trained by Gamaliel, the beauty of the law. There was no one quite like Saul whom hated Christianity more and was doing more to eradicate Christianity than this man. But we saw that in an instant, when he encountered the power of Jesus, this man completely and utterly surrenders before God. The most powerful force at that time trying to destroy the church is immediately brought to his knees to where he surrenders everything in his life to Jesus. Inside that story, we looked at how Jesus was brighter than the sun. We took a moment to reflect on the glory of Jesus, just how great and powerful and awesome he truly is. That the light of his glory blinded Saul. That same light we will one day experience in the new heaven and the new earth, and there will be no more need of a sun or a moon, for the light will be given by the glory of Jesus. We also took great comfort in Jesus' question to Saul, 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 why are you persecuting me? Church, may we take great heart in remembering that when we are in times of trouble, Jesus is still right there with us, that moment by moment in this life, in times good and in times bad, Jesus so closely identifies himself to his bride, the church. We also spent some time talking about just what an amazing day this is, not just in church history, but in world history, that God would save this man, Saul of Tarsus, that he would call him his own and he would send him to the Gentiles, radically changing the world as we know it today. This one man has greatly impacted societies around the world. He's affected my life and he's affected your life. From that, we drew four conclusions. One, every salvation is this sovereign. Have fun discussing that in your group tonight. Read Ephesians 1, 3 through 5 if you need a little bit of a recap. We also said that not every salvation is as dramatic as Saul of Tarsus. We also said that every salvation has the same intention. God has saved you, and God will save your one with one great thing in mind: to go and be a blessing to those who do not know Jesus, to go and be a blessing to the world around you. Every single one of us has been saved, blessed, to be a blessing. Go and be that blessing this week and every week as you live out this life God has given you on this earth. And we took hope with our last point, which said that no one is beyond salvation. If you remember, I told you the story of my cousin. I'm sure your story may be like that, and you may know someone's story like that. So today, as you go out into your week, as you may be already in your week, look for ways to bless your one. Look for ways to speak into the life of your one, realizing and believing and knowing that no one is beyond the reach of God. God's power is capable of saving anyone. Plead with God on behalf of his own character to reach out and to save your one. Have a great week.